Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is gonna do One Piece episode 554 review. Now, this episode of One Piece, people, two words. HAKI up. Yeah! HAKI up? Yes, people, HAKI up. Luffy pulled out the HAKI. The Uber HAKI. The HAKI that is able to knock out 50,000 fishmen pirates like that. People, that's impressive HAKI. No doubt, that is impressive HAKI. Now, what I will say, and before I get started, three things. First thing is that you can look down below for the preview of One Piece episode 555. Of course, the Facebook fan page, and I'm going to put a link for the actual episode down below. Now, that being said, let's do the overall review for this episode, because this episode had its moments, and there were some key important parts that people really didn't mention in their reviews, but I'm going to mention them, because they're kind of important. Now, the thing here is that when it comes to this episode, it's basically kind of slow, because a majority of it is just flashback. A majority of this is flashback and telling you how the crew got there, and then after the flashbacks, it's kind of more towards the Shirahoshi thing, where Luffy kind of acknowledges Shirahoshi, even though he knows that she is weak. She's not as weak as she seems, and thus he calls her Yawahoshi, I believe, meaning weak Hoshi. So, and she's still a crybaby. Luffy knows that, but that's where this episode trends. It's a really slow episode. It really is. It's a very slow episode, but the ending is just so badass and so on point. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, really? Like, Luffy got this powerful? And that's just the tip of the iceberg, people. For those of you guys who don't read the manga, don't be shocked when you see other shit that occurs with Luffy, because Luffy pulls out the stops in this arc. He pulls out the stops, as does Zoro, as does Sanji, spoiler, as does fucking Brook, Soul King Brook. Oh my god, yo, I'm hyped for that shit. I am hyped for Soul King Brook. But, that being said, alright, basically, in this episode, it starts off with the Prima flashback, which is the plan as to how Jinbei, Luffy, and the crew are going to get the Tenryuto letter back, which is the main goal. It was to get that letter back and to attack Hardy Jones from within the plaza. Now, the plan didn't go according because, well, it did go according to plan, but it's just that Shirahoshi being in the plaza was not part of the plan. The plan was to have Shirahoshi outside of the plaza, away from danger, but it's still okay because she's surrounded by Straw Hats, so it's good. Yeah, it's good. And the thing here is that during the flashback that Jinbei had, when he was explaining what the plan was, he was explaining to Luffy, and this is very important. When it comes to Luffy's character development and his ideals, this is very important. Luffy states, well, like after Jinbei is explaining to him that he wants Luffy to be a hero, he wants Luffy to save Fishman Island from Hardy Jones instead of being a human bully and just beat the chef Hardy Jones and have everyone on the island fear him and fear humans even more. But no, Luffy, on the other hand, he's like, okay, look, and here's his logic. His logic incorporates meat. Of course, it incorporates meat. Duh, it's Luffy. But here's the thing. He says this, alright? I'm a pirate. A pirate, when he has meat, he throws a banquet for that meat. But a hero, he would share that meat with other people. I don't want to be the hero and share my meat. I want my meat. That's his logic. And the thing here also, he states that he doesn't want to be cheered on by other people. The only reason why he's doing it is because he owes Jinbei one. He owes Jinbei his life. So that's the reason why he's doing this. So the thing here is that Luffy doesn't want to play the hero role. Luffy is not going to go out of his way to help others. If there's no benefit towards Luffy, then why the fuck would Luffy do it? Thus, pirate mentality. If this is not going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form, then why the hell would I do it? Seriously. So, I mean, or correction, if it doesn't involve me in some way, shape, and form, then why should I do this? Alright? That's Luffy's whole entire thing right there. And that incorporates the meat logic. Alright? I want the meat. I'm not gonna share with other people. I want it. It's mine. It's mine. So, I like that, because a lot of main characters in Shonen play the hero role. And Luffy is like, no, I'm not a fucking hero, alright? I am selfish, and everyone should know that I'm fucking selfish, so that's good. I mean, that is good character development when it comes for Luffy. And then the next portion of the flashback, or the second flashback, is the Zoro flashback and how they escaped the tower. And this was impressive because Zoro was able to cut through the entire tower in one full swing with just his mouth, with just his jaw muscles. I mean, straight the fuck up. He was like, you know, like, give me the sword. Well, Brook finds Papagoon. Papagoon comes back with the 3 swords. He throws the sword at Zoro. Zoro catches it in his mouth and straight up cuts, and then the entire tower is, you know, cut in half. And then, of course, like, the water is already, you know, venting out. And then Usopp's like, okay, Zoro, get us out of here. And then Zoro's like, fucking, son told you. I was like, overkill. And then he starts cutting all this shit. All this shit. More water floods in, then he fucks up. And then the Sunny with, I believe, Frankie, Sanji, and I think it was Chopper. They basically come to the rescue and save Brook, Zoro, and Usopp, and Papagoon. And that's it. Well, Papagoon was a fish, so he's, you know, he's fine anyway, but whatever, you know. And that's that second flashback. And then here comes the Shirahoshi thing, weak Hoshi, and how Luffy acknowledges that even though she's weak, she's not as weak as he first thought. So he's kind of shown respect for Shirahoshi by calling her weak Hoshi. So, you know, pretty funny right there, his logic. And then here comes the part where Horty Jones busts out. And this was sick. This was sick. Horty Jones busts out. He starts talking smack. I mean, straight up smack. Like, that didn't do shit to me. Y'all suck. I'm Horty Jones. And then he said those words. And I'm gonna be king of the pirates. And of course, Luffy's like, what? Like seriously, Luffy's like, wait, hold on. You're not gonna say that shit in front of me. So here's what happens, alright? They're all looking around as these 100,000 fishmen and outlaws start, like, converging on the 10 Straw Hats. And then we see a fight between, well, we see like a little argument between Sanji and Zoro. Luffy busts through them, walks in, Haki up, straight up, and that was it. Haki up. He knocked out, and here's the cool thing, alright? The blue zone, because I notice how the Haki now, it fluctuates between like a clear thing and like a blue thing. So the blue thing was like active, and then we see that Horty Jones's arm is shaking. He looks at his own arm, like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is my arm shaking? It's shaking. It's shaking, like, what's going on? And then he sees, turns around, and half his dudes are already out. And he is speechless. He is like, straight up. And I was like, yes, dude. You're fucking with the wrong dude, Horty. You're fucking with the wrong dude. And that right there is the end of the episode. Now, the thing here, once again, when it comes to the pacing, it's a very, very slow episode. Very slow pacing. Very slow. However, the ending, regardless, was beast. It was beast. It was beast. So, the episode overall is an okay episode. But I really liked it because the ending was just so good. And the thing is that the way they animated it, like, even when they animated it, when we see everyone just pause and then just like fall down, slow motion, and like and start collapsing, that was hot. That was hot. So that being said, I'll see you guys later. This is King of Lightning. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.